So today I want to talk about dilated pupils from anxiety. All right, this could be from an anxiety disorder, generalized anxiety, health anxiety, social anxiety, but it also can be from anxiety attacks, panic attacks, the stress response. I'm going to talk about how anxiety, why anxiety causes this, and a couple of the secondary symptoms that dilated pupils can cause that would freak me out. I had horrible health anxiety, so having dilated pupils scared me, made me feel like I was going to lose my eyesight, my vision, made me feel like there was something severely wrong with my eyes. So I want you guys to know that anxiety can cause this. I'm not trying to replace a doctor here. If you need to get some reassurance from a doctor to rule out anything other than anxiety, please go do that. So know that you're not alone. If you deal with anxiety, if you deal with this symptom, please subscribe, be a part of the family. I make tons of videos like this. I recovered from anxiety, so can you. So this is a symptom that I noticed very early on, and that's because I was having severe panic attacks multiple times a day, every single day, right? Especially in that first month or two where everything was new and fresh. I thought these were heart attacks, so I would get every symptom that you can imagine whenever these adrenaline rushes, whenever these stress responses would strike. And that's why the pupils dilate for most people whenever they're under a lot of stress and anxiety. It can be your chronic form of stress that can still kind of constantly cause the pupils to be dilated, but especially when we start to have anxiety attacks and panic attacks, our body is trying to fight or run away from danger. So something pretty extraordinary happens. We bring in a lot of extra light, and our body is doing this so we can see that threat. We can see that tiger that's not really there, right? We can see that shooter, right? So we can either fight it more effectively or so we can run away from it more effectively and we can get away, right? We can assess the situation. So whenever that happens, our pupils dilate. They bring in more light, right? And if you go and look in the mirror, it can kind of freak you out. My whole entire eye would be black. The iris part anyways, it would fill it all the way up. It would freak me out. It would make me feel like I was gonna go blind, that there was something wrong with me, that it indicated a health problem. But I'm here to let you know that anxiety can cause this, and it's because you're bringing in more light. So something else that happens, this is actually how I went to the mirror to look in my eyes, because I did a Google search because I was having a lot of eye pain. My eyes were hurting, especially the mornings after I had a rough night of dealing with multiple panic attacks. I would get up, go to work, I didn't get any sleep, and I would open the door and the light would pierce through my freaking eyes. I was like, what is this about, man? Like, what is freaking going on with my body? What is going on with my eyes, right? So I had to start wearing sunglasses. And this happened for a few days, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna Google just like I Googled everything, right? And Google can be your worst enemy, but in this situation, it actually helped me. I saw that our eyes can actually dilate whenever we are under a lot of stress, especially whenever we go into the stress response. So having light sensitivity, you can get that from fluorescent lights whenever you go to a store, right? Whenever you're going shopping. For those of you that are going to school, especially, those lights are gonna be really, really bright. You may feel the need to wear sunglasses. I wasn't even a sunglasses type of dude, but I started wearing them all the time because my eyes was bringing in so much light and I was super sensitive to it, and it was very, very painful. Something else that was scary, you start to see debris in your eye that was always there, right? These are called floaters, eye floaters. They can be little squigglies, little shapes. This scared the crap out of me even more than the eye pain. At first, I didn't know what this was, right? Before I did a search. And I thought there were just spots of my vision that were going missing. No, there were little pieces of debris and stuff that were in my eye this whole time. But now that I was bringing in all this extra light, my pupils were dilating. I was finally noticing the debris that was actually already there. So a lot of you are dealing with eye floaters now that were actually already there, but you're just now noticing them due to your pupils dilating from your anxiety. But hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully I could relate with you, make you feel less alone. I have tons of other videos like this covering every anxiety symptom that you can imagine. So again, be sure to subscribe. If you want help recovering from anxiety, if you want to get past these crippling anxiety symptoms like I did, if you want to get past panic disorder, health anxiety, generalized anxiety disorder, check out the resources down below. I got my course, Elite Anxiety Bootcamp. I got my coaching info if you're interested in that. And there's a link for online therapy. Try out therapy if you've never done that. It can change your life, all right? But other resources are down below. I love you guys. Like this video if you got value. And until next time, guys, keep fighting.